Pursuing Your Dreams. Ideas about how to dream big, and what you can do to make those dreams come true. Presented by Lydia Dubois, Kim Einloth, and Key O'Donnell.
Okay, there we go. I think we've gotten our background noise taken care of. I'm really sorry, everybody, about that. Allie, if you can unmute your microphone and talk to us a little bit about what we're looking at. I believe it's called the Essential Lifestyle Plan, which is just one tool of many, right? When it comes to planning, maybe you can just walk us through that a little bit so that people can see what it looks like for you, and what yours looks like may look different from other people's, right?
Yeah, because, okay, so basically the one to your left side is the personal gift. Personal gift talks about, it has like some like a bubble or cloud what you want to do. It's these things that personal gifts talks about gifts that you aspire. Like for example, one of them would be like you're a role model, you're good at, you're it talks about your goals, that you're researching your potential in your life. That it's like all about you. To your left.
Right.
So those are
Excellent.
and to your right is the relationships that you have on your right. It talks about your community, your friends, your family. I have so many friends, but some of them are not. I have Down syndrome, so I don't have a lot of friends from that. I have a lot of friends outside of that. Community connections is the places that you can try new things in life in your community. And some places that you go now. Like for example, places that you can go now is you're a member of the YMCA or you're a member of this. The next thing new things to try new things, to try employment, to try new jobs. Like I have new jobs, like I have two of them. One of them I've been there for 5th year, and the other one I try is Walmart. So that's the new thing. The place to go now is yeah. And then the one on your right is what works or what doesn't work. So what works is that you have support, you have staff. Things like when you start taking a bus, it will like get you to learn to take the bus. And don't be afraid of getting off the bus, because if you go nowhere, if you go nowhere, then you call somebody. That works. What doesn't work is I need to like. What doesn't work is, let me see. A lot of nurses, some things that you're not. Then to your future that I did is, for example, if you want to get married, you can. Doesn't matter if you don't, you do. Then you have move to a new place, move to your own place. You can. But sometimes I've been moving since in the past with my family, but I am moving to Westwood. That's where I'm gonna be. That's your future. If you want your license or want to take classes or courses at colleges, you can start your own career. Or like if you want to be, if you start wanting to be yourself, you need to start taking new classes that you want to do. And then to your other way is your goals. So what your goals are is that you want to do all your goals in life. Talks about the goals that you want to pursue, inspiring. Like for example, like, the goals would be like you want to take classes, what kind of classes you want to do. You want to like, if you have employment, there's jobs that you want to continue maintain your employment. The jobs that you said that you want to still do in life. If you want to sign up for a PAP program or sign up for Best Buddies, that's one of your goals. Like you graduate from college, then to college, you have a career, and you get married. Those are your goals on your right.
Those
Excellent.
are really good
Excellent.
things. And
yeah.
certainly, I think really talk about a good life and what it means just to you. And what I really like about that too, Allie, is you're not just talking about what it is you want to do or who it is you want to be, but you're talking about how to get there and how people who you know, because you're always in the center of this, you're driving it, will help you get there too. And also how you can help them out as well, because it's also about giving back, right? So Lydia, let's hear a little bit about you and where you feel your person-centered planning has really helped you give some direction in your life. So Lydia, tell us a little bit about yourself and your gifts.
Well, my gifts are like, I am very, smart, creative, caring.
Good.
I have been a good sister to my brother and to my two siblings. And I can be social at times, but it depends. If it's a new person, I can get very anxious. I do have a lot of goals. Like I do go out in the community a lot with friends and family, and that's really, really, really good. And I've been working at CVS for almost 2 years, so that is really, really awesome for me to do,
So tell us a little bit about who you are and who you know, because it looks like you know a lot of people. Oof.
Yeah.
Time to read off this list, but name a couple people that are really important to you.
Well, you see right now, me and Allie are actually really our best friends. So we do hang out together a lot years ago, and I've been in my program for 5 or 6 years, so I get to know a lot of staff.
So how are you connected to your community, and why did you choose to do it like this, to show it?
Well, I'm really outgoing. I just really love to be out in the community and doing stuff than just staying at home. So that's what I just love to do. Yeah, and the pet rescue is really, really awesome. So I got to volunteer there, and it's really, really good for me to do what I love to do, is be with animals. And
So,
this is all this.
Do you think that having people know what works and what doesn't work keeps you in control of your life more?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So it looks like you're kind of looking back on last year and planning for the future, right?
Yeah.
So what are some things you really want to keep doing, and maybe some things that you want to try out new?
Well, right now I'm in self-living program right now, so I'm learning to to work on getting my own house someday and live in with a roommate and keeping my job and stuff and still go out and do stuff.
Excellent. Really good, Lydia. Thank you so much for sharing. This is all pretty personal stuff, and I think it's really brave and giving of both you and Allie to share this about yourselves. In people's planning meetings, your plan probably looks a little different from Allie's. It looks different from mine. I know that. But what people might consider talking about in their meetings are things that you both mentioned: relationships, communication, home, community, work, hobbies, education, spirituality. And so people don't have to talk about all of those things, but those are some things that they can talk about. And you can talk about whatever's important to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think this next slide is about it's kind of the last piece, and then we'll do a wrap up. And unfortunately, we're kind of rushed here towards the end, but just things for people to consider are their rights and responsibilities. So of course, everyone has the right to make choices, correct, Allie and Lydia? Yeah, absolutely. And certainly for the rest of the audience, we all have a right to make choices. This might mean that we'll take some risks in trying new things. And I think you both spoke to trying new things, and that may be part of making choices. And so sometimes those risks might limit our decision making, or we'll lean on our support system to kind of figure out which risks are the ones worth taking and which ones should be on hold, or which we need to figure out a little bit more about. So the discussion of risk comes up sometimes in planning, getting your own home or getting your driver's license or taking public transportation. Those all involve risk. But you can make choices about the supports and services you feel are right. You both mentioned your provider. You both feel good about that. But at any time you want to change that, you absolutely can change that. And speaking of change, everyone should know that just because your plans are in writing like that, or your planning sessions are documented, which is important so that you can reflect on them, you can always change your plan, because plans change daily, weekly, monthly, at least yearly, right? Plans change. You want to get a job, you get a job, you work it for a little while, you don't love it, you go and look for a new job. You have a new friend and you think that you're going to be lifelong friends, but people change, and maybe you change your decision that you're going to go in another direction. You are or you aren't going to get married. All of those things, people change all of the time, and our plans should move with them. So now I think we should just bring our wrap-up slide along, and I think we're at that point where we just want to kind of cover what we really intended to cover in this session, and that is live the kind of life you want. You are in charge of the meetings. You decide who comes to the meetings. You decide where and when the meetings happen. Explore all the areas of life that are important to you, and you can change any part of your plan at any time. Allie and Lydia, before we invite Denise to share how it is that she has represented herself as a self-advocate, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to speak or to share some wisdom about person-centered planning and what advice you would give to somebody that doesn't know what that means, or how it is that you can live your good life. How are you doing it? What's the advice you would give? Lydia, do you want to go first?
Well, what you can do to self-plan yourself is just think of ways of what you like to do. Like if you want to go out in the community, learn to take the bus. That's a really good opportunity and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can do that with support, right? Like you can either go with a friend or with a support person who's paid to, you know, there's a lot of different ways to do that. So great, Lydia. Thank you for sharing that. Allie, do you have any parting words of wisdom on what people can do to live and plan?
Definitely. I would personally there's some advices that I would say is that when you start planning your PCP meeting, you're the person that you want to be in charge of the meeting. Because what you do for PCP, you have to start planning day and time, the people that you want to invite, and it's all about you. Because if you want your staff or family or a teacher, they can go in. I know that, and you need to not talk not more often, but I would say that make sure you don't do that while the people that you care about, make sure that you need to get them to talk first before you talk after them. So when they're done talking, you need to speak out and talk. Not a lot, but some you can like make it short, but not talk over them, the people that you care about. That's another thing. Because I remember for me, I remember way back in mine, I don't do that sometimes, but I am been the most bravest, most strong person I never know in my life.
Good job.
And it sounds like really, Allie, you're your own hero. And I love how you were talking about pictures too, because some people want to use their words to help with this. Some people use pictures to also help with this. And I'm a big picture person myself. So one thing that I would share is person-centered planning and thinking is like you have people in the passenger seat of the car of life. They've got some maps and some directions and some advice, but you're the person who's in control of this car, right? And sometimes we might go faster, sometimes we go a little slower, sometimes we might pull over, but we're always moving forward. So on moving forward, I'd like to introduce Denise, who has a little bit of her life that she'd like to share with.
Izzy's work focuses on how disability justice intersects with climate justice and sex education.
I had recently
So, you know,
tried to go
there's a
back
really
to
great
school
example
because
of
I've
someone
been out
who's
of
had to
college since
personal
08,
challenges
and
to
I've
take on
been
an
wanting
even,
to go
you
back
know,
to school
or
for a really
equally,
long time. So
huge challenge.
I've
And
had
that's,
to
trying
jump
to
some
change
hurdles to get where I'm
and
at right
save the
now,
planet.
but I would like to share with you one of the
the next
essays
woman
that
is
I
Daphne Frias,
had written
and
to
she's 20-year-old
get my
organizer,
scholarship for school, if that's
passionate
okay with
about ending
everybody.
the climate crisis.
Let's
As a
see.
proud disabled Latina, she
It
has seen
said,
firsthand how
starting, it
communities have
says,
been
since
disproportionately
I was in high
impacted
school,
by
I
the
have
crisis.
always wanted to
As
work
a
in the
result,
medical
she's
field.
committed to
I
amplifying
was
their
born
voices
with
in this
mild
movement.
cerebral palsy
And that's another
and
example of
spastic
environmental
quadriplegia.
justice. Generally,
I also use a
people
power
from,
wheelchair. I was
from
unsure
third
if
world
I could
countries
pursue a job
or
in the
not-
medical field due to
not
some of my
developed countries
limitations.
who are bearing
I
the
have
brunt
had
of
some
climate
experiences with doing medical
in
billing and
practical
coding
and
in the
physical
past,
ways.
and I know
So
it would be a good fit
People in
for me.
sub-Saharan Africa
My
have
ultimate
seen
career
massive
goal
changes.
is to become
Coastal
a
locations,
medical
even in the
billing
United
and
States,
coding
have
specialist.
seen massive
I
changes.
prefer to work in a
floodings
hospital
that have
setting.
affected people's communities.
I plan on going
in-
to school at the
in
Community
huge and
College of Rhode
detrimental
Island to obtain my associate's
And then
degree
there's Vic
in
Barrett,
general studies.
is one of 21
I
young
then
people suing the
aspired to
executive
transfer
branch
to Rhode
of the
Island
US
College
government
to
for failing to
participate
respond to
in their
global
medical billing
climate
and
crisis.
coding classes.
Now, that's big.
I
right?
also
I'm
plan
not sure
to
that's
use
for
the support
everybody,
of my staff
because
and
it will take a
family
lot of
to
effort
help me
and a
achieve
lot of
my
resources,
goals
but,
of
he's
graduating from
trying to
college.
make the real change, that big change we
This
talked about when it comes
scholarship,
to our elected
oh, it's
officials.
getting really small.
So at a speech
Oh,
in New
okay.
York, Barrett said, I am Garifuna.
Wait.
My
I
people
should
are
figure out where I'm
African
at.
indigenous community
Apologize.
from the
No,
island
I'm
of
sorry, I
Saint
can't pan up and down. So I think you're on this.
You're being pushed from the
Help
lands
me
that my
pay
family
for
has
tuition.
inhabited for generations.
This scholarship would help me pay for tuition.
That
Thank you.
land will be underwater in a
Get
few
books
decades if we
and
continue
assistive
on the path
technology
we're
to
on.
help me succeed in my choices, in my chosen profession.
So what do you think about these
Receiving this scholarship would also help me boost my confidence level tremendously. In a span of 5 years, I see myself working my dream job in a hospital, helping others. With the help of the scholarship, I hope to be able to reach my goals and inspire others with a disability to be able to work in any field they choose. And that was one of the essays.
Well, thank you, Denise. And I think that that is something that's going to stick with me and hopefully with some of you guys too. So while we still have a couple minutes, let's hear your
And I
feedback, your thoughts, your takeaways. What was important about this conversation today and why?
That is
I did like what he said about taking classes to, like she mentioned, her education at CCI. And I think that's really awesome for her to be in that, to work at hospitals and the career of hospitals and career of that within college. And she also mentioned about that she wanted her staff support. But I do know that I would give her one piece of advice for Denise is that if she wants to start to go to within college, I think that her staff would come in to within college with her, and she would start her classes at within college, and her staff. I don't know what her staff is, but I do know that that staff will be giving her questions, and then she will do her classes. if she wants me, I don't know what classes, like, if you want to take like medical, they can do that with her staff. And then if
Thank
you
you,
want to
Allie.
on college, I think that, I know some, like, if the staff will help her to get to pick different hospitals for her career. Like,
It sounds like that's that person in the passenger seat, right? Giving some advice, helping people make decisions, but it's their decisions to make. Now, I know we also have Kelly Donovan, the Kelly Donovan, in the room right now. Kelly, you've always been a huge champion of person-centered thinking and person-driven lives. Is there something you wanted to add to the conversation today, please?
Well, definitely, it's always make sure that, like, you and your worker, you guys have a dynamic going on, and to know, they have to know what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work for you. And everyone, you have to keep your team in the loop and tell everyone about, like, what you need. It's all about communication. Communication is essential.
So it's probably good when we're talking about person-centered planning, like we said earlier, some people use words, some people might choose to use pictures, but let your communication style be known, right?
Yes. And also, I agree with the pictures thing. I actually help draw pictures and graphic art for at my workplace, Advocates in Action.
Yeah, in fact, I was remiss, Kelly. I should have said that right on that very first slide. Did you see the cover slide? We used the image that you drew for pursuing your dreams, and it's just fantastic. Key, would you mind putting that back up again? Because I really want to thank you for that image. I just think it says everything about what it takes to pursue your dreams. You have all these ideas in your head. At the center of it is you, and if you can dream it, you can do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fantastic job. Thank you, Kelly. Is there anybody else in the audience that wants to share their takeaway in regards to what we've discussed today? Is there anything that really hit home with you? Is there anything that you want to expand on? Now's the time. Please speak up. Don't be shy.
I wanted to say that I hope that everybody in this group can help the youth in transition that are going from, children and high school into adult services, to understand that, when they're younger, the parents and the school drive the bus, so to speak. But when somebody's older and they are coming into adults, being an adult and into adult services, they're the ones that drive the bus. And it's about them and their desires and their hopes and dreams and for their future and what they want to do. And so I'm hoping that some people here in this group and will be able to help those younger folks to transition over in their mindset.
But
Yes.
coming from me, for you, Laurie, is that, for example, I'm gonna give you some examples to throw on here. Like, if they want to, like, take different classes to, like, do what you said, like, for example, if they want to be, like, say, a bartender, they want to take a class for that. And the staff person will get you, their staff will help you to start, when you start mixing drinks in your cup, just make sure that staff will help you for that, but make sure that it's okay to have a mistake, like, say you made a mistake, and that's how we can help you with that.
That's such a great point. And I think too, like we're saying, you should know when your plan's working or not working. If you're a part of planning, you should be a part of how it's going, in good, bad, and everything in between. Be a part of that review, because as we're people, right, we need to be a part of all of our lives, right? That's what we mean by with and not really for. So anybody else that maybe hasn't had a chance?
The Cumberland Land Trust.
I think it's important to let everybody know
They
that they could have
grow a
more
whole
than
bunch of
just one
fruits
dream.
and vegetables every year, and then they
Dreams-
donate.
Good point.
They
literally
change all the
tons
time. I know
of
mine did as a
vegetables to the
kid.
Rhode
I
Island
changed
Food
my
Bank
dreams a lot.
every year. So
And
it's
you
an
can
amazing
even do that as
organization.
an adult
You can
too.
contact them.
Absolutely.
help
That's
them with
such
that.
an excellent point, Denise. That's it's critical, right? Plans change, dreams change, and it's never too late to change your plan. You know, it's yeah, planning is lifelong, right?
Right.
Donald, did you have your hand up, Donald? Did you have something you wanted to say?
Right, dream about going to city.
He dreams about going to the city.
Nice. Which city?
Mayo.
New York City? Oh, you need to.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
It's an amusement park.
Oh, the amusement park. Fun. See, some people love it, not for me, but that's okay. It's your dream, not mine. That's great. Thank you, Donald. Anybody else have anything else to add before we return back to the main room? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Karen.
I go to the live swimming and exercise, and I have a past plan Tuesday.
Fantastic.
Plan.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Kim Key, I'm supposed to announce a raffle winner before we go back. So
Excellent, Andrew. Go for it.
the raffle winner is Donald Roach.
Woohoo! Yeah, Donald. Congratulations, Donald. I'm sure that you'll be notified how you can collect your winning t-shirt, right?
Not for me. The Dylan dream that I have is that I've been glad. The one thing I'm dreaming about is become assistant beach manager, which I didn't do last year, and I did this year. I made myself transition to that. I felt like I have my shirt, and I feel like that I can do it. I'm always dreamed to be like that, because in the past 5 years working at the beach, and it has been a lifelong dream for a lifelong dream for me.
Good for you.
As a beach manager, I want to be like that only because I'm a team leader. I believe who I am as a person, and I believe that I can do anything I want to do in my life for now. And it's quite better in camp too. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I just got a notice that the workshop's going to be closing in 60 seconds. So I just
I was about to mention that.
Oh,
and
thanks,
I
Andrew.
know a lot of people have a lot to say, but obviously the workshops are closing really quick. So
yeah,
let's head back now.
Yeah, let's just give a thank you to everybody who's helped out. Lydia, Allie, Denise, Kim, and really all of you for sharing part of who you are. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim.
See you guys in the main room. Thanks so much for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to record the full Pursuing Your Dreams presentation. Visit our website to download a copy of the materials used during this session and view additional resources about this important topic at www.advocatesinaction.org/2021 conference.